Light the bat signal because tonight we're shining the spotlight on Super Bro Corey and I's top 5 most anticipated films of 2025. So make sure you smash that like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And here we go. Let's get to it. What up, Gotham Guardians and Arkham Adversaries? It's your boy Trey and his co-host Super Bro Corey. We coming in hot because, man, 2024 gave us some really good films, but I have a feeling 2025 might give us some even better. Ooh, there's some good movies coming out this year. So Super Bro Corey and I will be breaking down our top 5 choices of this year. But here's a little caveat. Last round with Corey talking about our favorite movies of 2024, we didn't tell each other which ones were our favorite, so we had some similar choices. This round, I told Corey my top 5 most anticipated films so that he could choose separate movies, because chances are we probably had similar tastes and we're going to pick about the same movies. So we wanted to throw out 10 different choices for you guys to keep an eye out for this year to check out in cinemas or maybe on streaming. No, we'll figure out what's going to be coming out this year.
You know, I will say, Trey, we did have one honorable mention that I think we both agreed upon, and that was Predator Badlands. So if you want to talk about that one a little bit, Trey.
I am so excited for Predator Badlands. Like, seriously, I really did. I struggled not to put this in my top 5, but the only reason why I did it is the director Dan Trenchberg. He's coming back from the movie Prey to do this Predator Badlands movie, and from what I heard, it was not going to be a direct sequel to Prey, which I felt like was a missed opportunity. The end credits of Prey was such an insanely good Predator movie. It ended up becoming my favorite Predator movie of all time. So to not continue, I was kind of like, oh, missed opportunity, but that doesn't mean I'm not excited. It just means now you kind of put this where like, we'll see what happens. I don't know where you're going to go with it, but I'm curious and I'm excited.
This has been very tight-lipped as well. We don't do we know even who's going to be in it? Like I've seen like pictures of like Arnie's back, type thing. But
the only rumor I've heard about it is that it's going to focus on the perspective of a predator, which is interesting. I kind of like that. We've never really seen that before. So bring it on. I'm excited. I heard there's also a secret and separate Predator movie that's going to come out sometime next year, or this year, I should say. So we'll see. We'll find out. I have no idea, but I'm excited for a great honorable mention for sure. But Corey, let's begin. Let's not waste any more time. Give the people what they want. What is your 5th place most anticipated film of 2025?
All right, 5th place. I put this is going to be kind of a surprising one for you, Trey, because I usually don't watch these type of movies, but it has some key players in it that makes me super interested in it. And that's going to be F1. That one's coming out June 27th, and if you're not familiar with F1, it's obviously about F1 racing and everything like that. Brad Pitt is going to be the star of it. He's like supposedly this veteran racer who is coming out of retirement after like a near-death crash that sent him away from racing. But it was directed by Joseph Kosinski, Trey. So this is
he's been on fire.
First movie back at directing since like Maverick, I believe, or I think he had a few others in 2022, but hasn't really directed anything since. So we know he wrote some movies that were in another top 5 for me. But I'm very curious to see what he's able to do with F1.
I mean, he's been nailing it from writing with the Twisters. I think he did do one of the Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning films. So I'm sure if he's doing another movie, it's going to be fire just as that. So I'm curious about that one as well. For me, one of my top 5 choices is Fantastic Four: First Steps. Like I said earlier in our 2024 top 5 films, MCU is just on it lately. I feel like they have so many great things coming out in 2025, like the Daredevil Born Again. I just watched a trailer to that, and I was blown away by how good that was. But for me, my father-in-law, I have to give him a shout out, the Ham Smacker. He is a huge Fantastic Four fan, so him and I have been paying close attention to this movie, and I just get the sense that Kevin Feige is really saving up something special here that is going to wow us in a way that the other iterations of the Fantastic Four films have not done so already. So I'm excited to see it. I hope it's as good as we're all expecting it to be, and maybe some doom, will rise again against the Avengers. But keeping an eye on you, Fantastic Four, for sure. Corey, number 4. What's your most anticipated film?
Yeah, this is going to be a different one as well, Trey. So this is going to be an Apple TV original coming at you with The Gorge, coming out February 14th, I believe, and it has my boy Miles Teller in it, and it's basically about 2, highly trained operatives who are going to be stopping this, evil monster creature. We don't really know what is lurking in this gorge, but 2 people that are highly trained operatives are going to have to try to keep whatever's down below, and they're supposedly not supposed to make contact with each other, the 2 humans on each side of the gorge, keeping whatever needs to stay down. So just a very, Apple TV killed it with another kaiju kind of thing. So it makes me really wonder what they're going to be doing with the suspense of a gorge.
I saw the trailer to that, Corey, and that makes me so happy that you said that movie, because I have a great feeling about it too. That might be one that we review, and Miles Teller, man, and I think Anna Taylor-Joy, that's a great combination. It looks like it's gonna be a great thriller drama that I'm all there for, with whatever this beast is in the gorge. So great choice. My number 4, I gotta say, 28 Years Later. If you did not watch 28 Days Later and then on to 28 Months Later, those films that really boomed the zombie genre again. 28 Days Later is such a masterpiece, and just so it still gives me chills just thinking about it. That the fact that they're returning back to it, and Cillian Murphy, who just won an Oscar for Oppenheimer, him returning back to his roots, sign me up all the way. And I love to see a big budget cinematic zombie film. I think the last one we really got was Army of the Dead, when it was COVID time, and they released some Netflix films in theaters. So sign me up. I'm here for it. Let's go ahead and find out what's your third pick.
Yeah, Trey. So this one is going to be an interesting one as well. I guess we're all doing interesting ones. This is going to be a remake, but it's The Running Man. They're remaking The Running Man, go figure, and that's coming out supposedly November 7th. But they have Glenn Powell, of course. Here we go. Glenn Powell is back as Ben Richards. I think they have Josh Brolin as Killian. But when I was a kid, Trey, I loved The Running Man growing up.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It was just a interesting movie. Oh man, it was before reality TV came out. So now that we see these reality TV, games and such like that, it's kind of funny how life is kind of imitating art in some ways, because there's the Squid Games. Look how popular the Squid Games are, so these types of movies do kind of hit. So I'm definitely curious to see how a remake of The Running Man does with Glenn Powell heading it up. So
that's a movie I overlook. And I now that you mention it, I'm kind of that might hit. That could be a crazy good movie that just is under everyone's radar. And the fact that it's Glenn Powell, his stardom is booming at this moment. So I have I'm sure he's no doubt that he's going to just kill it. And it's going to be awesome, especially Arnold Schwarzenegger remake. So, I'm down. It sounds great to me. For me, my third pick, I love my Wolfman movies. I love my werewolves. I've been on a werewolf binge lately with the recent Werewolves movie that came out, Operation Blood Hunt, which was interesting to say the least. But The Wolfman with Lee Winnell returning from doing The Invisible Man. He is such a brilliant horror director, and what he has done with the classic horror movie monsters, with grounding them into this modern, era. I just have a feeling that he's just going to nail it with Wolfman, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to check it out. A review will be coming soon on the Bat channel for that, but I'm so stoked. I hope it does justice to all the classic werewolf movies, man. I'm so excited for it. But number 2, my man, what is your second most anticipated film of?
All right, we gotta get some comedy in there, and this one is a sequel, and it's Happy Gilmore 2, buddy. Adam Sandler's back as Happy. Christopher McDonald is back as Shooter McGavin, and I even heard Ben Stiller is back as well. So
no shit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I don't think they have an official date yet for that film to come out yet, but I loved Happy Gilmore, the first one. So, and I'm curious to see what Adam Sandler does with the second one. How crazy is it going to get now? So,
I mean, hey, as long as Shooter McGavin's in it, I'm down. You know, rest in peace, Carl Weathers, man. We miss you, dude. But miss you, Chubbs. But man, I didn't even think about Happy Gilmore. That could be a really cool film on Netflix if it's done right. And I feel like Adam Sandler wouldn't mess that one up. He wouldn't come back if they didn't have a good idea. So that's a good pick for sure. For me, I have to say the last movie that they did, I don't think it got nearly enough love. It was so terrifying. You probably heard our review about it because I was like, the timing of this movie when it came out and the scare and the fear of AI, that the fact that it was the main villain of Mission Impossible 7 Dead Reckoning Part 1, it terrified me. And leading up to this final Reckoning movie with, you know, Tom Cruise returning one last time as Ethan Hunt, I just think Tom Cruise is going to deliver on this one. I mean, he's going to be running. It's going to be explosions. It's going to be suspenseful. It's going to be crazy spy action packed, just awesomeness. And I think we're in for a real treat with it. So Mission Impossible 8 Final Reckoning. I know we're gonna do it.
That was one that was on my list too, so I had to switch it up, Trey. So I completely agree with you there. I'm really looking forward to Mission Impossible.
I agree, and the trailers have looked phenomenal too to that. So I have no doubt it's gonna be a great film. But Corey, what is the most anticipated film of 2025? Your number 1 pick, sir.
All right, now for my most anticipated film, this one is going to be kind of one that maybe not a lot of people know about as well. And it's actually it's the movie called Warfare. It's supposed to come out in 2025. There's a trailer out there for it right now, so make sure you go check it out. But Warfare, it's about Raymond Mendoza, who was a Navy SEAL sniper, and it's about his time in Iraq, specifically 2006. But Raymond Mendoza, he was, for example, Trey, Navy SEAL. He's a producer for that history television show, The Selection, that my buddy helped out with. So he was
such a great show. I watch it every year.
Yeah. He was like a technical advisor for like another big movie that I really liked, Act of Valor, Lone Survivor, and he also did technical advisor for Jurassic World, so like kind of the military movements and such like that as well. But he wrote this movie, Warfare, and he's directing it, but he wrote this movie from his memory, which is absolutely wild to me. He's directing it with Alex Garland, who they did Civil War together as well. So this movie just gives me American Sniper vibes is what it's giving me, and one that I'm just like really looking forward to seeing.
I have not even heard about this movie, but you just got me hyped for it because some of those war movies, man, they're so heavy and they're so real. And especially that this one is going to be done by someone who was in the shit, you know, sign me up. Oh, that is definitely happening. I'm in that movie for sure. Opening weekend. Very, very cool. Yeah, that's Warpath. Sign me up, big fella. That's gonna be great. Well,
yeah, Warfare.
I think to no surprise for my number 1 most anticipated film of 2025, you know, I am a huge dinosaur nut. Could name a million dinosaurs. I wanted to be a paleontologist, you know, as one of my careers as a kid. Jurassic World Rebirth. The fact that Gareth Edwards is directing this movie, already one of my favorite new this generation directors, from the creator to Godzilla 2014 to Star Wars Rogue One. Getting that and David Koepp back from the original Jurassic Park writing this movie, sign me up. Like you say no more, I'm in. I am so into this movie. I've heard some rumors that I'm trying now to avoid because the more rumors I hear, the more I'm loving it. And it's getting wild that I just don't want to be disappointed at this time. That I'm kind of like, I got to shut everything out. There's so many people are trying to leak the hell out of this movie that at this moment, I'm just waiting for the trailer so we can react to it, see what's going on, see if maybe some of those things are true. It almost get, Corey, you know what it's kind of giving me in terms of vibes?
What's that, buddy?
Dino Crisis.
Whoa!
I know, right? It's like a horror action
game.
flick. Right? Oh my God. When I heard some of the rumors, I was like, either someone is like trying to take some Dino Crisis and throw it in there just to get people excited, or we are on to something very, very special here for Jurassic World Rebirth, to the point where I feel like we're getting, if it's true, we're getting back to what made Jurassic Park so damn good. And can't freaking wait, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. Rebirth was also on both of our lists as well, too. So I'm right there with you. I'm super looking forward to it, my friend.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, man. So there you go. Some 10 films that maybe you've never heard of that are coming out in 2025, but we are looking forward with close attention to, and we will be reviewing on the Bat Channel. So let us know in the comments, what are your top 5 most anticipated films of this year? And let us know what you think of our choices. I know Corey kind of threw out some wild ones that I haven't heard of, but now I'm keeping my eye on it. I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts. But as always, it helps us out so much, guys. When you smash it, like, you share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. I am your host, Trey, with Super Bro Corey. And don't forget to tune in weekly.
Same bat time.
Same Bat Channel. See you later, guys.
We out, everybody.